Hey guys, welcome back. It's springtime and it's time to start some outside projects. Alright, so the first project of the year, wife wants steps on the outside of this barn, so we're gonna run steps up to that door. But you already need a platform to stand on, so we're gonna come down here and dig out this section. We're gonna put the stones down here so that I don't have to come in here and mow all the time. These will be, 2 feet below the surface. We're gonna make the platform 4 foot. So I got those cut down. I still have to get the 4x4s. I did get the mounting brackets that go on them, but piecing it together as I go. Alright, so first things first, I want to put this stone into the trailer. That way it's out of the way, and I'll use the wheelbarrow to move the dirt that I take out of here. Alrighty, we got step 1 done. Now for the funner part, we have to figure out where these go. Right there is going to be my center, which is the center of that door. So we have to figure out how far I'm going to put this away from that lip right there. I don't think I want it touching. Probably maybe 1/4 to a 1/2 inch spacing in between them, just for float room, because this isn't into the ground or anything. It just, so in the winter it floats, so I don't want them touching, because this will float probably a lot less than this, but they can move separately and they're not going to rip each other apart. So I have to figure out where the center of these two are going to be based off of distance from my support boards going across. And then after I get these two set, they'll be 4 feet center to center apart, and then I'll have to come back. I messed up one cut on there, so it'll be 4 feet minus an inch, because somehow I managed that. But anyway, I don't have to set these ones. Alright, so I think I have them where I want them. Marked center on all of them. These ones are going to have to go underneath the barn a little bit, so I'll have to dig out here enough so I can slide it in. But not a lot, yeah, you can tell pretty good on camera. Probably just an inch or two. A little bit of an inconvenience, but nothing we can't handle. We'll just have to make sure they're straight holes. Like this one's all crooked, and I tried lining it up to measure things to make triple check it, but because that one's all crooked, it kind of threw my initial measurements off. So we'll just have to make sure everything's straight and level before we get too carried away. Alright, we're making progress, or so I thought. So I dug these holes so that the center of this notch would be in the corner of the 4x4. Except when I go to put my brace in there, as you can see, do it so I don't drop it. Put it like that, and they all stick out of the corner. So now I have to move my tubes again, because I didn't account for that. Alright, I finally did it. They all look good. I didn't check square. I used the square to check it though, but whatever, it'll be close enough. Probably check that anyways. Still have to come through, check the level on these, that way when I finish them they're level and my poles aren't like whoop. But yeah, I still have to wait on some bolts to put my mixer together, but get some concrete mixed up, get these filled up, Got to get some more stone in here, fill this in with stone, and then we'll be going up. The stone on the ground here is the stone that I took out of the ditch beside the barn before I started digging. Decided to put it down before I started pouring concrete because things were getting a little muddy from just walking on it. These holes were a little wet. Hindsight, I probably should have dumped some dry concrete in the bottom of them to get that water absorbed before I started dumping wet concrete on there, and it just pushed it to the top. Alright, so you've seen we get the concrete poured in them. Everything's firmed up. I'm still going to let them dry a little bit. I don't want to be drilling into them and having them be a little bit too weak because I don't have a lot of space. Not a lot of space in between the hole and the edge of the concrete. Hopefully it won't be quite that bad once I get everything lined up with the top where I actually want it. But until then, I need to get where my stairs are going to be. I think this is going to be my landing. I want my stairs to end where the solid line's at right here. And then I'm going to have my concrete pad, probably all this colored area, plus back up in there. And then the rest of it will be in stone. I was thinking about taking it at an angle out to that pole. That way when I brought the mower in, I could just go right and trim it good. But I think I'm gonna keep it straight. One, just for looks, and then two, the stairs should be at enough of an angle that I'll be able to pull the mower up in there, or back it in close enough, get it close. I mean, still not gonna be perfect. I'm still gonna have to come around with the weed whacker. I mean, I've never been able to get this corner, so it's not like it really matters too much. Plus, I'd like to possibly someday close the bottom of these stairs in, and maybe that way I can store stuff under this space instead of just having it be a waste of space underneath of it. Alright, so when I do this, I'm just going to take all of this stone and chuck it over here. I mean, I'm going to have to go get stone from the pile anyways, so I might as well just move it around and then fill everything in once I'm done. Alright, so I started digging this section out over here, and I was like, man, I really don't want water sitting underneath that pad, heaving up the stairs for obvious reasons. That's not good for the stairs. So I was like, okay, so maybe I'll just dig a little deeper, put some stone under it, and that'll help push the water away. And I was like, okay, well, we can slope it. And then the natural progression was like, okay, now I can put a ditch in, and that'll push the water over here, and then I won't have to worry about it. And I was like, oh yeah, I could also put gutters on the barn and have it run down right into a pipe and then run right out. Because later this year, I want to put more drain tile in. So, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Alright, there it is. You can see that end up there. Then it goes through the stone trench and out into the yard for right now till we get it dug up. I'll get this stoned in better, so it'll definitely stay there. But I think next we're gonna build the box for the concrete, whatever it'd be, for the, I guess, stepping stone thing for the stairs to sit on. And that way we can get that leveled up and figure out where the stones need to be, and then we'll stone in around it. And we gotta stone the rest of this in too. Yay! Alrighty, I did it. Finally went and got the wood. It only took me 2 hours to pick through everything and find what I need. Lovely Home Depot wood. I still ended up with stuff that I would not normally like, but at least these checks don't break the board in half like a lot of them did today. I got straight 4x4s, mostly straight 2x4s. The longer ones down there, I don't know, probably down there. The looks like the saw got a little crooked in them, but they're still usable, so we're good to go. We got the concrete for the pad. We got that formed up last night. Got all my edges buried so it doesn't get in my pipe. I think I'll probably lay a piece of plastic across there just to be extra safe, maybe across the whole thing. Got most of my stone in here. I had this all looking good until I started filling in the gap around the bottom of that. But other than that, we're good to go. Do you guys ever get started on a project and find yourself obsessing with one aspect of it, not really worrying about the other parts of it because, well, I mean, truthfully, you've done the easy parts of it several times before, and then you get into the project and you find out that the easy parts that you've done before, well, you messed it up. Let's take a look. So here seems to be the problem. There's two poles here, you know, pretty much looks like one. I mean, you got the tops that are a little wobbly because they're not secured yet. Then you come over here and whoopsie, that's not square. So somehow I managed to get this one way off. And after much consideration of possibly digging this footer up and moving it, or digging it out and pouring more concrete around it, none of which sounded appealing at all, we decided I'm going to anchor all these three together, and then wherever this one is, I'll build a shim out and anchor it with some long lags, and then there will be a board on this side and a board on the back side, both of which will be anchored to this one. So it'll be fine. It'll just, that pole will look funny, but I'm not putting in all the extra work to move it because that's about 160 pounds, 2 feet deep. So I'd have to dig it up, spend probably 2 hours trying to get it moved and level again, or I can just build a maybe a 4-inch shim, be done with it. Yesterday I got this concrete pad poured too, so that'll be ready for the stairs to sit on. I just gotta take the form off of it, put dirt up to it and make it all pretty, and get my stone in here and finish that up. Drilling these went not too bad. I had help on 3 of them. This one back here I did by myself. That was miserable, mostly because it's bowed at the top and it didn't want to sit, and so it is what it is. I got it done. All right, so today's plan is to get my header boards up, around, get my decking on, and I'd really like to get my stringers up. I don't think I'll get past my stringers today, but I might. We'll see. Alrighty, we got the deck on it. We won't talk about how many extra cuts I had to make because, well, I didn't think any more through it, so yeah, fun. Okay, just kidding, let's talk about it. I had to cut 3 inches off of this one because originally I planned on it being on the outside, so it would be like this one, you know, covering up the ends, but because, you know, I'm new to this, I ended up putting it on the inside for obvious reasons of the needing to be able to put things together. So I ended up cutting 3 inches off of that because, like I said, I didn't think it through, put it up there without doing that. And then I had this one in the middle that I had measured for it, and then obviously because I cut this one down I had to make that one smaller. So fun. But other than that, everything should be the same size and fairly square. I got my deck boards up there as I just showed you, but that seam down the middle looks pretty even, so I'll have to get a piece put in there. Unfortunately, it'd be tiny, so hopefully I don't crack it when I put the screws in. Now I have to put these steps on, so that'll be fun. Hopefully I get that right in the first one. Otherwise, that'll be expensive to fix. Alrighty, we're back for what feels like day 1000. I got my stringers cut last night. They're not perfect, but they will do. I got my first one, you can see right there, the angle's definitely not right, but I got it a little closer on this one. If I had another $100 to spend, I'd go buy 2 more and get them closer, but I don't, so it is what it is. I got some of my steps cut. I got another board under there that I need to cut up, and then I need to get my 2x4s cut up, and we'll get the steps put on it today. I want to get the steps and the hand railings put on today. I'll probably run into town tomorrow and get everything else I need, because I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do for anchoring this. And then I gotta buy another board. I might have one in the basement, but I gotta look. But we gotta fill that crack in. But other than that, we're getting close. I might buy some bracing to put on here, because these 4x4s rock quite a bit when you're up there. It just kind of floats around. So we'll see. And that's all that's left. Oh man, it's all done. I had lots of cool video of me doing everything, but it turns out my phone didn't decide to save any of it, so that's fun. But everything looks good except for this post right here, but it is what it is. Everything else looks good. The only thing I haven't done yet is that middle piece. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find something for it someday. Still got a little bit of landscaping to do. But other than that, it's done. Okay, so you can see I got some of the landscaping done. I still have to put down some seed and some hay shaft. Get that grass growing on the dirt. Quick look up the stairs, hand railings. We'll walk around. You can see I got the stones up there covering up the little cement pads, make it look good. Right here you can see I changed it to the wall so that the barn and the stairs can float separately, but it takes the sway out of the 4x4s. Come back around, you can see the hand railing on the outside, real good. These steps are really steep. You can see me grabbing the step in front of me. Still haven't done the middle board. Put a latch on the outside and get it open. I checked this so it doesn't shut from the inside. Got really lucky because I never even measured anything. I just happened to open it up and try it, and it was that close. But like I was saying, I put this latch on and tried it, like you can see right here, and then I have to shut it from the outside. So hopefully it doesn't shut you in while you're putting down hay. You can see how steep those steps are. I didn't measure an angle, but I believe they're around 53 degrees or something like that. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them below. Hit that thumbs up, helps out the video. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.